All right, welcome in here to today's matchup. It'll be the Western Wildcats, Pleasant Hill Wolves. Short backstop, so the camera misses a little bit there on first and third. Anthony Bars alongside Tyler Patterson, Reese Dunker.
New face here.
Play ball. Here we go.
First pitch is a strike from Miss Wombles. She comes in with a 3.18 ERA. And just like that, we've got one hopper off the fence for a stand-up double from Rachel McMullen. I think that was out in any other park, and we're going to take another look at it with our Sullivan Auctioneers instant replay. Can't quite see the left field fence where it hit, but it was a one hopper to the fence. And this is a deeper fence for a softball field. But with that, we got a runner on second. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Fouled back from Lauren White. He's looking to lay down the bunt, try to move the runner, play a little small ball. What do you think, Reese? Excellent. I like it.
We're just messing anymore. We were like, hey, first inning, we're going to sit here completely quiet. See how long I said, yeah, Tyler's going to cue us in at some point. And he goes, well, I'll just look at my paper. And I said, I'll look at the computer. We made a one batter. Oh, yeah. And that was a bad one to miss.
Yeah, it was. It absolutely was.
Rachel.
1-1 pitch to Lauren, a little half swing from her is a called strike, too, as we are fully engaged now with the broadcast. Headsets off. We thought we could last the whole inning.
Yeah, that was our plan.
Are you kidding me?
To last the whole half, the whole top half.
No way.
Here's Womble's 1-2 pitch with Rachel on second base. It swung at and missed for Womble's first strikeout of the game. Brings in Emma Dixon, 3-0 hitter for the Lady Wildcats. She's found a nice spot here for about the past 10 games, I'd say. It's been a while now. We go around the diamond yet for Pleasant Hill? I don't think we have.
We have not.
Want to do it after this batter?
Do you know them all?
Nope.
Okay.
I can read the lineup, though.
You got to go in order.
You are hilarious. Was that called or swinging? I think it was.
That was
both. A check swing, I think. Let's do it after this pitch here. We'll pop it up.
You don't have to read it. I can't really see.
Tyler can read it. He'll have a good view.
I'll take care of it.
I've got old eyes. I can't see.
I've got young eyes. I can see too much. 0-1 pitch to Emma. Up for ball one.
All right, so the battery, Ava Wombles and McKenna Witchell. We've got Katie Hubbard, Maddie Sidwell, Caitlin Barrowman at short, Ada Little at third, Kylie Toothill, and the other ones.
Take it upstairs. That one upstairs.
Lila Higgins and Abby Henderson.
You know, I think the last time you were on the mic was against Pleasant Hill, and you called hits it. What was it? Someone hits it to center. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
As Dixon hits that one up the middle for a single. They're going to send McMullen. She comes around third. Throw is late.
Not in time.
Scores. Western leads Pleasant Hill 1-0. 3 batters in.
Emma with another timely hit. I wish Game Changer would keep track of batting average with runners in scoring position.
Clutch hitting.
And they do not. But that Emma, to me, is fantastic at that.
Well, my quick math over the last few games, she's batting .585 with runners in scoring position.
I believe it. That sounds about right.
That's awfully impressive for you to do that math real quick. Called strike one to Brooklyn Stolte, the cleanup hitter for Western.
That's kind of like Ava Womble's 3.18 ERA.
You know, I was going to call you out on that, and then I remembered that Anthony and I could not talk. So
yeah, I know. I know. When he said it, I wanted to laugh.
Yep, 100% made up on the spot.
That is about the fourth half swing, check swing type swing from Western. Wombles, of course, we said it a lot the first matchup. She's the SLU commit. She'll be a big alien-looking Billiken here in about 4 months. 0-2 pitch to Stolte, taken low, ball one. Dixon still at first base. On deck is Sophie Reneker. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Brooklyn. Dixon still at first base. She hits it to Winchell comes up throwing to first.
But Sidwell,
yeah.
Winchell's catching.
See, I have problems with the two tall girls from Pleasant Hill. I can never get that right.
One's catching, one's a second.
Yeah. Two-Hill's in left.
And Two-Hill is in left.
Little 4-3 ground out. Emma's in scoring position, though. Sophie could put one into the outfield. Western should lead 2-0. Scoreboard still says 0-0. They aren't recognizing Rachel's run. Good pitch from Wombles.
Maybe that's their strategy. Just don't put it up for a while.
Put it up, see if we forget about it. Well, unlucky for them, the best score on this side of the river is present. 0-1 pitch. Swung at and missed for strike 2. McMullen doubled. White struck out swinging. Dixon singled in. McMullen, she's at second, and Stolte grounded out to second. Sophie Rineker's facing an 0-2 count here with 2 outs. Womble's 0-2 pitch is outside for ball 1. Tough pitch to take in that spot.
That is. She knew it was ball all the way, though.
She did. Sophie's got good plate discipline. Here's the 1-2 pitch to her. Up for ball 2. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Sophie can reach base, that will bring in Brindley McQuay. Allison Woods in the hole. Same lineup we saw last night from Western. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Sophie stays alive. Dixon still out there at second. 2 down. Lots of 2s on the scoreboard. They finally gave us a run.
Boy, them the ball strikes and outs, those are fresh light bulbs.
Yeah.
And the
That
run,
they are.
the score in the inning is
Not so much.
not so much. They got that one dimmed down just a bit.
Here's another 2-2 pitch from Wombles to Rineker. Hit to Sidwell at second. She throws to first. That was Winchell, wasn't it?
That was Sidwell.
Nope,
That was
that was
Sidwell. Okay,
Sidwell.
see,
You had it right.
I questioned myself on another 4-3 ground out, and you see Western late on a couple of these pitches as they've grounded out to Sidwell at second base. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Western leads Pleasant Hill 1-0.
Great Rivers Bank offers a totally free checking account without a monthly minimum balance and no service fees. Share the joy of free checking with friends and family, and when they open a new account, you both earn free gifts. You can refer your friends and family now at refergreatriversbank.com. Our current gift is an Everest Journey backpack. Great Rivers Bank will buy back unused checks and debit cards, up to $10 from previous accounts. For more information, visit our website at www.greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whether you need just one load of rock for your driveway or many more for your farm or business, Lumley Trucking is the answer for all your rock hauling needs. Give Mark at Lumley Trucking a call at 217-473-4006.
All right, coming into the bottom half of the first inning. Defensively for your Wildcats, we've got Alyssa Barres on the mound. Rachel Motley.
It's her first varsity start, right?
First
Pitching.
varsity start. Yes, not first action in a varsity game pitching, but first varsity start. Rest of the infield is relatively typical to our daily lineup. We've got Rachel McMullen behind the plate. Brooklyn Stolte, Emma Dixon, Sophie Rineker, and Brenda McQuay rounding out the infield with Briley, Lauren, and Allie out in the outfield.
Want to go through the PO lineup real quick? Yep. Okay, let's go through it. We've got leading off for Pleasant Hills, Ava Wombles, McKenna Winchell, Caitlin Barman, Ada Little, Maddie Sidwell. I don't know any other first names. That's Hubbard batting in the 6th hole. Neitzel's the DP batting 7th. Henderson's hitting 8th. And then Lila Higgins batting 9th. First pitch is low, and that's how we'll get started in the bottom of the frame. Pleasant Hills 11-6. Western is 9-11. Western coming off, I shouldn't say coming off, 2 weeks so far. Busy 5-game week. They'll look to get over 500 on the week in tonight's contest. Pitch taken low for ball 2.
Ooh, pretty good pitch.
That was pretty close. Anthony, were you expecting to see your daughter pitch when you left?
Absolutely not.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Wombles. Pretty intimidating batter to face in your first varsity start.
Yeah, you got to get through these first 3 to 4 batters here for Pleasant Hill, and then she knows most of the rest of the girls. But 2 or 3 seniors here at the top.
Here's a 3-0 pitch. We'll see if Wombles has the green light. She'll take strike 1. Looked like she was taken all the way.
I'm not sure Alyssa's ever got to pitch in Rachel catch, and that's what I told her. I said, hey, this will be fun, Rachel catching. Although I guess she would have probably there in pace.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. About a clean slate for her. 3-1 pitch is low. We'll start the bottom with a leadoff walk to Ava Wombles, and you put her speed on base. That is always a threat.
Not when you got a cannon behind the plate.
That is true. Very true. Not just true. It's McKenna Winchell, the catcher, committed to somewhere to play softball.
Spoon
go.
River.
Spoon River.
Spoon River College.
Was that one a ball?
That was a ball.
Hey, find the zone, babe. You got this.
Ball uno. 1-0 pitch to Winchell. As we said, an intimidating top of the order for Alyssa to navigate.
We'll see how she does.
2-0 pitch. It's fouled back for strike one. One of these where the defense behind her has got to be ready. She's going to pitch to contact tonight and going to give the other 7 girls out in the field a chance to make some plays. 2-1's the count on Winchell. We'll wind up in the pitch from Barres. Just up for ball 3. Didn't miss by much.
And how many do you let her walk before you pull her?
3.
That's kind of my number as well.
Swung at miss for strike 2.
And
Full
Winchell
count.
way out in front of that one. And I think that's obviously the strategy here is they're expecting to see the 60-mile-an-hour Lauren and Sophie, and they're getting the mid-40s.
I would imagine we'll see Wombles move here on this pitch. Nope, she'll hold. That's popped straight up and into the gum. Right through the gum. Might have landed. Maya, don't step in the gum over there.
You know, if you throw it in a trash can, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
It's just not as fun. We're going to throw another full count pitch here to McKenna Winchell. See if Wombles is moving this time. She is this time. Taking low for ball 4. Pleasant Hill's going to have first and second with nobody out.
Brings up Caitlin Barrowman.
Yes, it
The
does.
shortstop for the Wolves. They'd be a lot cooler if they were the Pleasant Hill Dire Wolves and not just Wolves.
Oh, they are the Wild Wolves every once in a while.
That is
Yeah.
true. Maybe the Dire Wolves could be the co-op name.
And
Hit into left to Briley Westfall. Ava Wombles is going to round it. They send her throw is not. That's just a big mental mistake from Western. That throw cannot go to the pitcher. If it goes instead to Sophie, it's first and second with nobody out instead of second and third with
absolutely.
nobody out. And we've seen those kind of bite Western in the butt multiple times as a RBI single from Barrowman will tie the game at 1. Still nobody out. Eat a little bit of that. Ball 1. The paper that I have doesn't really have the best outline for a diamond, so some of these diamonds I draw are quite interesting.
Huh.
He was really proud of his paper yesterday when he brought it down and all the
Doesn't
new,
look like it has any diamonds.
all the new info he had.
Not,
and then
not ideal.
I said, I don't even see the diamonds, and he's like, oh, it didn't copy very well.
Look at that. Look how barely, they're just slightly there.
2-0
Maybe if
count here
the
to Barrowman.
school would purchase some
Or
better
no.
printers. Here's a 2-0 pitch.
A little.
Hit into left. Westfall fields it. Throws to her cutoff. They're not going to throw home. Good decision. And Little's going to stay at first with a 2 RBI single. Pleasant Hill leads Western 3-1.
And I would say that's really what we're going to see all day. Pleasant Hill's a very good hitting team.
Let's go. Amp it up. They're gonna hit. Let 'em hit.
Both of those just out of the reach of Sophie. That one popped up to left field. Lauren White's going to
Lauren's going to come across and make the play, though.
And I love Lauren catching all the balls out there.
I do too.
And
Well,
I'm not,
that's what a center fielder should do.
yeah. Especially on a high pop fly. You got time to get there.
Of course, Lauren is a little bit under the weather today. She's not feeling the best.
Well, she looked okay on that one.
Hey, let's go, Dawn.
I can't tell you the 6-letter word when I asked her how she felt today that she used to describe it. Foul back by Kate Hubbard.
Kate Hubbard up. Can you see my computer at all?
No.
Yeah, I didn't figure. Sun's just in the
That's
wrong
okay. I
spot.
know. I think I know every girl's first name except for Neitzel.
Yeah.
Do you know that first name?
I don't, but earlier you said the same thing.
Swung at and missed by Hubbard.
Let me look it up for you. How about that?
Abby.
Is that for certain or is that just a guess?
Oh, no,
Allie.
Henderson.
Allie.
Allie.
Allie, okay. That's popped out of play
Foul out
foul.
of play.
Right at the kids.
Heads up.
And they are all now gathered playing in the gum area.
Yep, just like we said.
Yep.
I don't have my phone out, Addie.
0-2 count
I
here.
said
One
by
out.
Addie. She's very judgmental of what I say.
Runner on first.
One out here in the bottom of the first. 1 ball, 2 strike count. And
Hubbard's just staying alive.
Caitlin got just a piece of it.
How far do you think it is to right field? Because that doesn't look like 200.
Probably
Well, that's why they-
168. The big sign on the fence says
Does it?
168.
I can't even see the sign.
That usually
That
tips you
usually
off.
gives it away.
I don't
Although-
even see it. Maybe they didn't measure very well. You never know.
Well, that's why they got the 20-foot fence up there.
Yeah,
Does it take into consideration the?
I would say so because they're
It does.
looking for 200.
Hey, go at her, babe. Come on.
So you're telling me that's 148 feet and then the
No,
20
168.
No, 168.
Still
and
got
then
a 6 on
20-foot
it.
fence.
Well, I thought you were. I asked if you were including the fence into that.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Just out for ball 3.
That is a really good pitch.
Good. Mark, let's go.
Kate Hubbard's battled back to a full count. And over there, that is that's McKenna Winchell getting loose over there behind the Pleasant Hill dugout. I come back to that here in a second as Dixon's going to come after that ball, flip it to Stolte for the second out of the inning. But on that, Little will advance to second.
Work hard here. Work hard.
And this could be Pleasant Hill's thought process of maybe get up by quite a bit and then not have to use Ava that much tonight. Do they play tomorrow? Any idea?
Not sure.
Maybe one of those where they potentially play a triangular tomorrow, although it is late in the season for that. It's Allie Neitzel into bat now. She swings and misses at the first pitch. She's the designated player for the Wolves, batting for Two Hill.
They don't really have their schedule in Game Changer. So
Gotcha.
you don't see a lot of that. They don't show another game till next Saturday. I'm sure that's not true.
Swung at and missed by Neitzel again. Barai's looking for her first strikeout of the evening. Beautiful day for softball. A little bit of a breeze blowing in to right.
On your toes, ladies.
Swung at and missed by Neitzel. That's Barai's first strikeout of the night.
All right, girls. Hit. Let's hit.
Pleasant Hill answers Western's 1 run with 3 of their own on 2 walks and 2 singles to start the game, but they hold Little to second. We'll go to the second.
I'm Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner at Ridgeline Sales Group LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time homebuyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 217-222-7173 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Bottom 2, Brinley McCoy is going to lead off for Western.
Top of 2.
Top of 2, I do that all the time. First pitch McCoy sees. Taken for ball 1, strike 1.
Strike 1.
I don't like how he takes a little while. He doesn't doesn't blurt out a big ooh.
Well, he does every time, whether it's low, high, inside, outside.
Brindley takes ball 1 inside to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
So to answer the earlier question, yes, Pleasant Hill does play tomorrow, and they're playing Q&D.
Pitch is taken outside for ball 2. Yeah, certainly a big matchup for them. We saw just how powerful Notre Dame was earlier this season.
Yeah.
Likely a matchup of 2 of the best pitchers in the area, Ava Wombles and Caitlin Bunty tomorrow morning. 2-1 pitch coming to Brindley. Takes it up, and it goes right through the glove of Winchell.
Hey, let's go 9-9. Make her pitch to you, babe. Come on.
Great hitters count for Brindley. Of course, Rachel led off with a double to start the game on the second pitch she saw, and was ultimately driven in by a Dixon single. Here's a 3-1 pitch to McQuay. Taken for strike 2. Brindley was on her way down to first. Big spot. As Rachel showed us in the first, you put good.
Get the leadoff runner on, good things happen.
Yeah, absolutely put good metal on the ball, and Wombles will provide the power. Here's a big full count pitch. It's fouled over us. Might be a little more difficult for me to call people out in the crowd tonight for not catching foul balls.
Yeah, maybe.
That is one nice thing about Barry. The way that everybody sits up above, there's a lot of foul balls.
Full count pitch. She swings and misses. That's how the second inning starts. That's Womble's second K of the day. Both have been swinging. Brings in Allison Woods, a 7-hole hitter. She's in right field for Western. Down the 168 foot fence line. Just getting there. Big swing from Allie on a pitch up and out of the zone. After Allison is the pitcher, Alyssa Barres. And then if we see a fourth batter come to the plate, it'll be Ava Fessler, the designated player. 0-1 pitch from Wombles. Taken for strike, ball 1.
Good change on the fly. I like that.
That was my changeup.
1-1 count to Woods. Takes another big hack, but comes up empty. She's going to have to start that swing earlier if she's going to. I think you got to take a little bit of the length of the swing off, shorten it up against something of this nature. She's looking to drive something deep to left. You just got to go to the right field with it. Shorten that swing up and see what happens. 1-2 pitch from Wombles. Low, ball 2.
Hey, let's go, Allie. Come on, babe. Right here. Fast hands. You got this.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. She swings and misses for the third strikeout for Ava Wombles. And you know Ava's really digging deep when she's grunting after a pitch. I think it was the first grunt we've heard today.
Oh, no.
No? I haven't heard any yet.
I've been hearing them.
It's Alyssa Barres in, batting in the 8-hole for Western. She's also the pitcher. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. That's been called a strike sometimes, not the other times.
Let's go, Dawn.
You don't have an iPhone.
What's up?
You don't have an iPhone.
No,
Wow.
I don't.
Here's an 0-1 pitch to Barres. She swings and misses for strike 2. Just now realized that. That's why I forgot. That's why our group chat
text never
messages
work.
can't
Yeah.
send blue.
Well, you guys should all get Androids. You should go with the Google Pixel. It's a good phone.
Hey, watch
Solid.
the ball, babe. Come on.
0-2 pitch here to Alyssa. She'll take it up for ball 1. Stays alive. I still don't see that sign, you guys. Oh, there it is. The 168. Finally found it.
You didn't believe us.
No, I couldn't find that sign. 1-2 pitch from Wombles to Barres, pitcher to pitcher. Low, ball 2. Alyssa evens the count.
She keeps battling.
Go, baby. Ready to swing.
So usually I have to sing Staying Alive. Would you like to sing that today?
No.
Never mind.
Are we talking to me or
Yes,
Anthony?
I was.
No, I'm definitely not singing. I'm usually the one getting the text that's like, hey, can we please tell Reese to quit singing?
Even better, I don't know. You were probably at the game yesterday when Brindley gave us a lead in the first, and I screamed into the mic.
Yeah, he got so excited.
It was a fun game, and then we just didn't score again. Here's a full count pitch. Alyssa has worked it full.
I can guarantee you, nobody wants to hear me singing.
Alyssa swings and misses as Wombles strikes out the side for Western on her 4th strikeout of the evening. We'll go to the bottom of the second, Pleasant over Western 3-1.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Give Devin at Gully and Heckler Insurance a call today at 217-335-2817. Let us stand between you and loss. Liberty Tax Service of Quincy, Hannibal, Pittsfield, and Macomb are proud supporters of TA Productions. Give them a call today at 217-224-2300 or stop by any of their locations.
Pleasant Hill takes a called strike one. Good start to the bottom of the frame for Alyssa.
Hey, let's go, babe. Throw hard.
This is their 8-9-1 hitters.
Got to get the 8-9 out before Ava comes up. Really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. As Henderson's going to ground that one to Sophie. Sophie's got a cannon, and she'll unleash it for out one.
Man, I really thought Alyssa was going to field that one. Then
I
she
did
just
too.
Gave up
And then
on
I
it.
thought Brindley was going to field
And
it.
I thought Brindley was going to take it.
And I really like the angle more from the third base side versus Alyssa backhanding it. But
Well, you know, similar to what we were talking about the center fielder, typically the third baseman takes everything they can get.
Uh-huh.
Hey, let's go, Dawn. Right here, babe.
So I would expect Brindley
But on a
typically to
delayed,
take that one.
with as long as it took, I like Sophie's arm.
And that's
Yeah.
She knew she had time with it too, and I mean that's one advantage. Our left side of the infield both have solid arms. That was the first pitch ball to Lila Higgins. Ball two up.
Hey, throw him in there, babe. Throw him in there.
Pleasant Hill leads 3-1. They scored them all, obviously in the first, on 2 hits and 2 walks.
Get out here.
That's out, and the count is 3-0, and Ava's on deck. You know you're in Pike County when there's a tractor out there behind the center fence going by. 3-0 pitch.
Good
And there
pitch
the
out of
knees.
Alyssa.
And that was one that I actually thought was a little lower than some of the ones
I
that
did
haven't
too.
been called.
Maybe even inside.
Yeah, and got the call on that one.
Give catcher a little credit, help frame it.
That's up and away for ball 4, and Higgins, the 9-0 hitter, is at first base with the lineup card flipping over. That's the 3rd walk for Alyssa. Was that, no, never mind, it wasn't. I was going to ask if that was her first varsity strikeout, but then I remembered she did the trifecta there and pace and strikeout and by pitch and home
beamed a
run.
girl, struck a girl out, and then had a bomb.
Wobbles pops that up. That's got to be caught. Brooklyn calls for it. Brooklyn's under. That was hit a mile high. But nonetheless, it's out number 2. Western
And
dodges
that's
the bullet
a
with
huge
Wombles.
out.
That is
Yeah.
a big out there.
Hey, Donnie, you got it.
McKenna Winchell, not an easy one either. Where'd she go her first time up?
She walked.
Let's go, Dawn. Right here.
Oh, yeah, it was Barman.
Yep.
That
Barman was the
drove 'em
single
in.
to left, and we missed our cut. Ball 1 out.
Hey, you're good, Alyssa. You're good, babe. You're good.
Should be a bit of a big spot if Alyssa could come up and put up a 0 here in the second, and really keeps Western in it as their 9-1-2 will come up.
There's a little breeze blowing in, but I'm not sure it's enough.
That's it. Her own nice backhand play by Emma. She's going to go to second with it for the force. And more in the bottom of the second like that. A really nice backhand stop and throw by Emma. And good awareness from Sophie to be moving towards second to cover the bag and put Winchell away for 6. We'll go to the 3rd inning. Western will have Fessler, McMullen, and White do up.
This broadcast powered by Tiger Hawk Technologies, empowering your business with reliable IT solutions.
Drake's Steak and Ale in Hannibal is the ultimate destination for steak lovers, serving the best tender, juicy fillets and hearty, savory ribeyes. Our talented chefs will prepare each entree to your liking. We offer an extensive menu and a full-service bar for your enjoyment. We also offer catering service for corporate events, weddings, or intimate gatherings. Come dine with us. Our hours are Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday, 11 to 9, and Saturday, 2 to 9.
Top three. Ava Fessler's going to lead off. She'll take a hack at the first pitch. I don't think we've seen her do that all year.
Hey, watch the ball, babe. Watch the ball.
No, she likes to watch one, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Watch one hit the bat.
Yeah.
3-4. Come on, babe. Right here.
Ava's
I
a
like the
swinger.
aggressive swing.
I do too. A lot of times, first pitch is the best pitch you'll see as she goes up after that one.
Well, especially against a good pitcher.
Sure. Yeah, and you
That'll
know
be-
Wobbles
that'll
wants to
be-
get ahead of you.
That'll be the best pitch you see of an at-bat.
Come on, Ava. You got it right here, Ava. Go, kid. Right here, Ava. You got it.
Coming back to that after this 0-2 pitch from Wombles to Fessler. Ava on Ava taken outside for ball one. I don't know if you read the Muddy River Sports article from Eric Warren when Western played Notre Dame. He kind of mentioned they recognized Western's first pitch aggression in about the second inning, so they were starting to throw junk on that first pitch. And something you got to keep in mind. 1-2 pitch to Fessler. She stays alive, fouls it over the short backstop. The backstop is both short from home plate and short height-wise.
Yes, it's short and short. You're right.
Right here, Ava May. You got it.
Not a lot of head coaches sit outside the fence to call their pitches. I mean, very brave, just sitting there like a bat boy.
Ava swings and misses at that pitch for Womble's 5th strikeout, and all have been with the bat off the shoulder.
You probably wouldn't believe us if, based on the
All
cameras
looking?
in the
Oh,
field,
no.
but this field was underwater last night.
I still don't believe that.
Ryan, you think Ryan's just
They,
over-exaggerating?
They got about 6/10 of an inch of rain.
I mean, you can kind of see it, though, with how the outfield droops down to the infield.
Yeah. Ryan said he was here till about 10 o'clock last night working on it,
Yeah.
and that's when he took the picture. It was late last night.
Oh, okay.
Ball
It
one
does.
there
It
for
does
Rachel.
run all to the infield.
Rachel, you got it, kid.
Yeah,
We
that's
need to bring
certainly
some
a-
dirt in here and build the infield up. Get some drainage.
You got it.
Yeah, he said it doesn't drain at all. They shot back it off. Thinking that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
it is.
Hey, let's go, Ray.
Reminds me of my high school days. I used to work at the Park District. That was some of the stuff we had to do.
2-0 pitch to Rachel, make it 3-0. Rachel, of course, doubled and scored her first time up.
Come on, babe. Right here.
That was on the second pitch of the game. And Ava's been nails ever since. Of course, Dixon singled, but other than that, 99 lights out, 3-0 pitch. Rachel was taken all the way for strike one.
Hey, you seen it. Make her 30, you Ray. Let's go, Ray. Let's go right here, Ray.
Great hitters count now for Rachel.
Go, kid.
Got to see what she wants to hit. 3 balls, 1
See
strike.
what pitch number 47 does. Number 2 and number 47 is a
It's popped up. Caitlin Barrowman's under it, and Rachel's going to be retired on an F6. Brings in Lauren White. She was the first strikeout victim of Ava Wombles.
Hey, let's go, Ray. Come on,
One of these
babe.
times I'm worried a girl's going to come back to the dugout mad and throw their bat and hit me. I hope it doesn't happen, but it does slightly worry me.
Well, Addie's kind of there blocking
Yeah.
you a little bit.
Yeah, if she lets me get hit, there will be a problem.
Yeah.
I might pay Maya to be my personal bodyguard as Lauren takes ball one in the dirt, not the turf. We're not at home. Ball 1-0 pitch, Wombles to White. Don't see
pitcher is calling her own pitches.
many. Did she really call it?
Yeah.
Did she shake her eye off?
Winchell was looking down at her sleeve, arm sleeve, and Ava says 034. I think that was the number.
That's
Anyway.
funny.
I heard her say something.
Here's a 1-1 pitch to Lauren. She fouls it back. She's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, I think we sort of talked about it. It might be one of those things. If Pleasant Hill could maybe get a 5 or 6 run lead, they might turn to Winchell. I didn't pay attention to see if she was getting loose there in the bottom. Granted, she was the last out there. 1-2 pitch to White is up and above the zone for ball 2. Womble's looking for her 5th strikeout of the last 6 batters. McMullen was the only one to put the ball in play. She popped out to short. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung and missed. White will go down swinging for the second time tonight as Wombles records her 6th strikeout. She's still yet to walk anybody. We go to the bottom of the third. Pleasant Hill over Western 3-1.
Central State Bank is a proud supporter of Western Wildcat Athletics. With locations in Kinderhook, Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Quincy, and Clayton, Central State Bank is central to your banking needs. Stop in or visit us online at csb123.com. Go Wildcats! Keep your car or light truck running at its best. Head for Nomad Services at 325 Vermont in Quincy. Nomad Services Incorporated is a full-service automotive repair shop specializing in automotive and light truck repair and service. Whether it's that check engine light, an electrical problem, steering, suspension, or climate control, give them a call today at 217-430-6170 or visit Nomad Services at 325 Vermont in Quincy.
It's Caitlin Barman, the 3-0 hitter for Pleasant Hill. Takes ball 1 away, and we're underway in the third.
And she had an RBI there in the first inning.
She did. It was actually the first run of the game for Pleasant Hill that she drove in. Now that Tyler's gone, I can lean back. I can have a great view of home plate. Ball 2, low. I switched over to a new pin tonight. The other one was smearing so bad that I'm back to the old one. It's just got a stuck-out tip that doesn't go back in.
You'll make it.
Or so they tell me. 2-0 pitch, Alyssa to Caitlin. Up for ball 3. And you really don't want to put Barman on. That's one thing about Wombles and Barman. They're quick as quick could be. Are they quick or fast, Anthony?
Yes.
That's my thing. Takes ball 4 up. Nope, takes strike 1.
Ooh, wow. I had already put her on first base over here. We'll back that up. We'll see how long they decide to stick with Alyssa in general. Just pitch counts.
But I'll be curious who. That's going to be ball 4 for Barman. But my question to you is, who do they turn to? Obviously,
It probably
Lauren
depends the situation and what inning this happens. You know, if we can make it to the 5th, I would not be afraid to go right back to Lauren. I know she pitched
That's
last night.
just wonder how much
If
energy
it's-
she does have. She's obviously
Well,
under
yeah,
the
she's
weather.
under the weather.
Sophie's nursing that collision at short.
Well,
We'll see. I'd love to be in a situation where that comes to fruition.
I hear Brenly McQuay's been warming up. That'll be flying out to center field. Lauren White.
You're kidding me. Has
Makes
she really?
it look simple.
Has she really?
No.
Oh, I was about to
No.
say.
But I think that'd be a good spot for Brenly.
Make sure you tell her that when she comes in for this.
I definitely will. Just say, hey, Brent, go ahead and get a ball and get back here and warm
Get
up
loose.
pitching. Stay loose at all times.
That kept Barman at first base on the pop out to Lauren. I like our chances if every ball is hit high in the air to Lauren.
Only to Lauren.
Only. They're going to run. Barman will. Throw's going to get into center. Now she's going to wisely stop because she was
Dead.
D-E-A-D in the water that used to sit on this field last night.
He's just proud of himself for being an English teacher and being able to spell
You know,
some
That's
simple
a hard
words.
word.
Yeah. That was a ball
Crazy
one.
part, if you had Emma playing behind the runner, you might have got her out at second.
You really
Yeah.
could have, yeah. That's hit on the ground to Sophie. Backhand play. Long throw across the diamond. Hold it, Brooke. Good decision.
I think it was stuck in her glove just a little
Yeah.
bit anyway, but nonetheless, 2 down.
I think she had a hard time with the transfer.
And you know what? If it can work out here, it wasn't a bad plan just putting
Barman on to start the inning.
Barman on, yeah.
She's got to keep. I mean, granted, it is a short backstop, and Rachel does a great job as is with keeping the ball in front. But really got to be aware. Anything that gets to the left or right of her, I'm sure Caitlin will be moving. She's used to scoring on wild pitches against this backstop.
Brings
yeah.
up Kate Hubbard, first pitch ball.
Kate Hubbard grounded out to second in the first inning. That was the nice backhand play from Emma. Hubbard hits that on the ground to the vacuum herself, Sophie, for out number 3. And we'll go to the 4th inning on about as routine of a play. And I tell you, every time it gets hit to Sophie, she almost takes it as an insult, it looks like. Just
the ball's been hit
the
to her.
nonchalant, like, why would you hit the ball to me? Heading to the 4th, it's 3-1, Pleasant Hill over Western. Western will have their 3, 4, and 5 due up when we're back.
Hi, I'm JR. This is Tiger Hawk.
From phone to email to covering your IT department, Tiger Hawk is here to fulfill Quincy's IT needs. In a digitally evolving world, your IT and security must be top of mind. Tiger Hawk is here to prioritize and manage these spaces for you. But don't take my word for it.
Tiger Hawk Technologies to me means our IT is taken care of and we have peace of mind sleeping at night. The one thing I love about Tiger Hawk is I can get a hold of somebody 24/7, 365, and get our problem solved immediately.
Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? Megan Wilson, your local agent with Hometown Real Estate and Pioneer Land Sales, can help. Call her today at 217-257-9401.
Emma Dixon, she's leading off the fourth inning. Scoreboard is wrong. She swings and misses at the first pitch.
Hey, fast hands, babe. Let's go. How long has this been here?
After Dixon, it's Stulte. After Stulte, it's Reneker. That's the 1-2-3 due up. Emma lays off a good pitch up and away.
Sounds like
a
some
right
hitters.
ball. Sounds like some hitters.
That's what I'm looking at.
And I'm not talking hitters. I'm talking hitters. Hittas. Hitters.
A-Z.
With a Z?
Yeah.
That's starting to get into your type of names of songs in the 90s.
90s rap. That's what I go to trivia nights for right there. 90s rap.
Sometimes you're disappointed when it's not a trivia night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun night.
That was a fun night. Emma's ahead 2-1 on the count. She's going to hit that one to Sidwell, who kind of just plays it off the bounce, a little bit of backspin on it. But
Well played by her because that had a lot of spin on the ball.
And that's one thing about Pleasant Hill having a second baseman. Wombles throws so hard, you have to have one of your better defenders at second base with just how many balls are hit there because the swings are naturally going to be late. And Sidwell has not had a problem so far. That's her third putout. Brings in Brooklyn Stulte, the four-hitter. She takes strike one. You think there's anybody? Well, actually, I know there is because she's sitting two people down from me that's listened to every single inning we've called this week, every single pitch. And Stacy, I know it's Stacy has.
First pitch strike to Brooke.
I miss our human K-zone, Tony. I wonder where he's at tonight. Must be back at work. It's a 1-1 count to Brooklyn. She golfs it to third. Trouble. She busts her butt down the line, but she's out by half a step.
Half step.
That was fielded by Ada Little and thrown across the diamond, and a nice stretch by Hubbard to get her. Good to see Western at least put a little bat to ball here in the fourth.
Tell you what, keep putting it in play. Good things will happen.
Eventually. That's always good out of our six-hole hitter. She doesn't know where she's at in the lineup. Sophie's up here with 2 outs, nobody on. She backs out of the box on a pitch in the zone. How tall do you think Sophie is? Like 5'8"? Actually, she's taller than me. Like 5'9".
Probably 5'9".
She hammers that one through the 3-4 hole. She's on first with 2 outs. Throw comes in and wasn't that far behind. It was hit on a rope to right. That gives Brindley an opportunity to tie the game with one swing of the bat. No pressure.
And she's one that can do it.
Absolutely. She's got power herself, and Wombles, as I talked about earlier, is going to provide some herself. First pitch Brindley sees, and this at-bat is hit down the right field line.
And that's
fair.
It stays fair.
Sophie's round second. They're going to hold her at third as the ball comes in to Sidwell. A nice job out there in right field by Henderson to field it and get it in quickly. It was up against that 168 fence. If it was 200, Sophie scores.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. Point. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not. You're not. The fence kept it in play.
Brindley continues to hit the ball very well.
All right, so hits a run here for Allie Woods.
Outfield is semi-deep here. If Allie can just get it over the infield, it should score 2 and tie the game. A lot easier said than done against Ava, as another big swing, and again, Allison's going to have to really shorten that swing up.
Starting with her stride.
Yep.
Shorten the stride, shorten the swing.
If you watch that
Just
front,
make contact.
If you watch that front foot, it's really not even down yet by the time the pitch is coming through. Fouls off though. She's behind 0-2 though, and has a
That was much better.
tough hole to dig herself out of against Ava. Western looks to score off this 2-out rally that was started by a Reneker single and then added on by a McQuaid double. Fouled off.
Fouled off.
Allie's
stays
swinging
alive.
violently. I'll give her that. They gave you a double decker on that pork chop, didn't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're good.
They are good. Even better when you didn't have lunch.
Allie takes ball 1 in the dirt. If Allie can reach, Alyssa will bat, and she'll look to help her own cause. Allie's got a lot of work to do before then, though. She's still behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind's blowing straight in from left. She swung and missed on that little half swing for out number 3. Reneker singles, McQuaid doubles, but Western unable to scratch anything across the plate on Womble's 7th strikeout of the day. We're still at 3-1 going to the bottom of the 4th.
Barry Dental Care is the answer to all your dental needs. From fillings to root canals or denture work, they have you taken care of. They also offer orthodontic work. Give them a call today at 217-335-2397 to schedule your appointment. Are you in the market for a new home but can't find what you want? A&D Builders has been designing and building custom homes since 2004. They are also your local installer for in-ground pools. Give them a call today at 217-440-5930 for all your building needs.
Hasn't.
This is Allie Neitzel here in the bottom of the 4th. Pleasant Hill has not scratched any runs across against Alyssa since the first, where the first 3 batters of the game scored. Alyssa settled in nicely against the tough P Hill lineup. She's walked 3, struck out 1.
She's pitching a good game and
Sure
getting some
is.
good defense behind her, which is what you got to take. Yeah, that should help, Coach.
2-0 pitch for Bar Eyes is right down Main Street, as it did. For strike 1.
I missed it. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell
Give it
you
a strike.
between half innings. 2-1 count here to Allie Neitzel. She again is the designated player. Her first time up, she struck out swinging. Alyssa's only strikeout on the night. She'll hit that one to Sophie at short. What do you know? Nonchalant as they come. I'm gonna try to say a different word about Sophie every time she fields it.
Sophie, that one kind of ate her up a little bit. She catches it, at her waist and her stomach. And it's almost like she looked over at the runner first, like, how dare you? And then just made a little flip over to first. No
She's
problem.
got so much arm strength, too, that she can just use it. It's not even a full arm. It's just almost a flick.
Just a flip.
That is the 3rd straight ball that's been hit to Sophie. And she has
We
recorded
got
all
4
3
in a row.
outs.
We have so much fun watching Sophie field at short.
And at pitcher, too. It's even better at pitcher
Yes.
whenever somebody hits a dribbler back to her. And then she does look at the runner and is insulted.
How dare you?
This is Abby Henderson with 1 out. Don't hit it to Sophie
Yeah, I'd probably stay away from her.
and Lauren. The Western defense as a whole has been good tonight. Really, the only people that have been tested have been Sophie, Emma, and Lauren, though.
True.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. Taken for strike 1. Second time Alyssa's gone down 2-0 and thrown that 3rd pitch for a strike. Kind of what you said earlier this year with, was it Lauren? She throws those 2 balls just to lull you to sleep, and then
Then she comes back and strikes.
2-1 pitch. Bounces about 10 feet in front of the plate. 4-3. Hitters count here for Henderson. After Henderson is Higgins. If one of these two batters reach, it'll flip the lineup card over for the second time, and we'll see Ava Wombles. Hit on the ground off Alyssa, and flip to first for the out. Did she just reach her glove out and knock it down, or did it actually just bounce off of her?
Yeah, off her
I
glove.
didn't see.
Kind of into her stomach. Kind of what happened with Sophie there, it looked like.
Yeah.
Same spot, just kind of right at her glove at her waistline.
And that is that's the 5th straight ball that's been put in play, and the Western defense has made a play. Of course, that time it was Alyssa helping herself out. Brings in, is it Lila or Layla?
Lila.
Lila Higgins, the center fielder and the 9-0-er. She shows bunted. It dies in the dirt. Rachel's going to come up through and makes a good hard throw to Brooke, who keeps her foot on the play. And the defense flashing for the Lady Wildcats in the third and fourth inning.
Late.
Well,
A couple of good plays out of Brooklyn there to keep her foot on the base as Pleasant Hill goes down 6-3, 1-3,
unfortunately,
2-3.
our backstop camera is just short enough you can't quite see first base, but that was a great play.
Great play on Brooklyn's
Phenomenal
side.
play. Western gets a little bit of momentum back as we go to the 5th inning. Pleasant Hill still over Western 3-1. They're going to have 8-9-1. Barrice, Fessler, and McMullen due up.
Lister Auction Service does estate, consignment, and real estate auctions. Contact Bob or Megan today for all your auction needs.
It's Alyssa Barrice to lead off. She'll look to get on base and help herself out. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1 low. And we had talked, I think this is the second time I've mentioned it, we had talked about potentially if Pleasant Hill got a bit of a lead, they could turn to Winchell. But it's still only 3-1. Excuse me, I burped as I was talking.
I don't think they're going to make too much of a change at all right now.
That's ball too low.
And that one's pretty close pitch. And
yeah.
One that I think Ava and Coach Lowe over there wanted.
Sometimes it's nice to square up and just see what their defense does, what kind of movement they got.
Is that Ava's dad?
First baseman's not moving.
Is that Ava's dad behind the dugout?
Yes.
That's a called strike. 1. Is it so sitting right there next to Ryan? Or actually in the dugout?
He's sitting next to Ryan.
In the
yeah.
blue? Okay.
Yep.
Does he have any input? Does he help? Is he in the
Yeah,
system?
he does.
Does he?
Yep.
2-1 pitch. Alyssa shows bunt. It's going to roll foul for strike 2. I like the idea. It was going to be a tough one for Winchell to field and make a play. It was very similar to the bunt Higgins laid down, just a couple feet foul. Wombles has struck out 7, has not walked anybody. And Pleasant Hill has not committed any errors behind her. Alyssa fouls that off.
That just means they're due.
I think I taught Anthony this earlier in the season. You're either hot or you're
about to be hot.
Due.
Or you're due.
No, that's Evan I taught, sorry.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I live life. You're either hot or you're due. Here's a 2-2 pitch
Well,
from Ava to
say.
Alyssa. Alyssa swings and misses for Womble's 8th.
What
Count
I
of
always
1, 2,
say
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th strikeout of the night.
Is that you put the ball in play and good things happen.
I like that.
And with 7 strikeouts, you imagine if we hit the ball 7 times in play,
something.
Yeah.
One of those is going to get through. Maybe 2.
Don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but that was actually 8.
Whatever. Nobody's counting.
Ava takes ball 1 low.
Oh, Reese's. He's got him frontward K, backward K. He's got it all.
I don't have a single
out.
backwards K for either team so far.
At least they're swinging.
At least we're swinging.
I'd like to see, come back to that after. You know what? Never mind. My question's been answered with that swing.
Let's go 3-4. Come on, babe.
I really don't like how it feels like or I'm being judged while I score. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Ava. She hits it on the ground right back to Wombles. Wombles flicks it to first for out number 2 as she continues to make quick work. Brings in Rachel McMullen. She doubled her first time up and popped out to short the second time. She hits this one hard on the ground. Caitlin Barman scoops it up. Low throw. Hubbard does not come up with it cleanly, but then picks it up against her glove, and that will be out number 3. Very quick work of the Lady Wildcats in that half frame. So Alyssa will go right back to work. Score is still 3-1 as it has been since the first inning.
This broadcast powered by Tiger Hawk Technologies, empowering your business with reliable IT solutions.
The Place offers Lotus drinks, hand-dipped ice creams, milkshakes, and much more. They are located on the corner of Mortimer and Decatur Street in Barrie. TA Productions would like to thank Bushmeyer Farms, Milky's Place, Western Collision Center, The Puppy Parlor, and Tacos Tequila for being sponsors of today's broadcast.
It is 1, 2, 3 due up for Pleasant Hill here in the bottom of the 5th. Wombles, Winchell, and Barrowman. That's a darn good top 3. Alyssa misses up with her first pitch of the 5th. Wombles walked and scored in the first and then popped out to Brooklyn in the second, and that was with a runner on first. That was a humongous out. There's a good pitch from Alyssa for strike 1. You're going to be signing up for some more in-depth pitching lessons here. Alyssa might discover that she really likes pitching.
She might discover that.
So a 1-1 pitch. Bounces for ball 2. Pleasant Hill does not have a single hit since the first inning. It has been, they've had 1 base runner both the second and the third.
Well, I'm glad you said that stat.
Yep.
That was
Alyssa
great.
shut him down until about right now.
No, Alyssa's dominating. She's not giving up hits. I don't believe in any of that jinx nonsense.
I hope you're right.
I didn't say anything about walking, but hit-wise. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Taken up for ball 4 for the second time tonight. Wombles is going to get skip to first.
Didn't work out well last time.
It did not. Gives McKenna Winchell a chance, but the double play ball is in order. I can smell it. Or that's your pork chop. I can't tell.
Either way, they're good.
That's true. First pitch to McKenna Winchell. She takes for strike 1. Rachel dares her basketball teammate there to go ahead and try to run.
I would like to see Ava run and just let Rachel have a shot at her.
I would too. You know, a lot of friendly banter between those two.
Yes.
It's an 0-1 pitch. Rachel blocks it. That would have been the pitch to run on, but Wombles was held.
She didn't get a good jump on
She's
that
not running here. She doesn't have her sliding glove on. Her oven mitt.
Does she normally have it on?
She had it on the first inning.
Are you sure it's not on the other hand? I mean, obviously you want it on the outside hand. You're right, though. Nothing on. 1-1 pitch to Winchell.
She's going.
It's hit on the ground. Sophie's going to field a good decision by her, but it's going to be a long throw across the diamond. Brooklyn comes up throwing it across. Brindley does a good job of keeping in front of a really good base runner from Ava Womble. She never broke stride.
She didn't break stride. She was going 3 the whole way.
That's another one where
Brindley has to be back on her base.
Yes.
She was still in at 6 feet in front of the base where she played defense from, watching the play happen.
So that's a
And it's hard to get her out of third when you're not on the base.
That's a 6-3 ground out, and we'll put Caitlin Barman up with a chance to, not going to say blow it open, but 3 runs would feel like a pretty big lead against Ava Wombles.
How about him turning on the hit and run there, though?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
good time for it. It's almost Coach Lowe knows what he's doing. He's won a couple softball games in his life.
definitely has a lot of trust in those first 2 hitters, and I would assume with Caitlin as well.
Caitlin's a sophomore, right? Only a sophomore?
Yes.
Big swing out of her for strike 1. 1-1 count. That is actually the 3rd time that Alyssa's walked the leadoff batter. First time scored. We'll see if Ava's able to come around again.
You know what they say? 80% of leadoff walks score.
Is that? I would believe that stat. Is that actually true?
That is, yeah. It's not a Tyler made-up stat. This is factual.
I would say that sounds correct because I mean leadoff walks kill you.
80% of leadoff walks come around the
Is that
score.
as Barman pops that up? We'll see. That might be best if Western doesn't catch that as it gets out of play. Well, never mind. Briley was about 40 feet away from it because it was 40 feet over the fence.
I was going to say, I don't know how deep you think they're out. They're foul territory is.
But it's so dark over there.
She wasn't going to get within 50 feet of it.
I mean, it almost landed behind that shed. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Caitlin Barman. Ava's at third base. Off speed, hit. That's going to be to Emma. We'll see if they test her. Good throw by Emma to hold Wombles at third, and that's a big second out. Good instincts there by Emma to catch that and immediately throw home. It's not one of those where she hesitated. She just immediately threw.
Little change up there from Melissa. I don't know if you guys noticed that. She throws so slow anyway. But
No, I saw that.
But yeah, little change up. Caitlin sat back on it, but still, it's hard to sit back.
Poor Alyssa gets every backhanded compliment.
She knows we love her.
That's outside for ball 1 to Ada Little, the 4-hole hitter. She singled in 2 runs back in the first and then popped out to center her second time up. Very good hitter here in the 4-hole for Pleasant Hill. Alyssa's 1-0 pitch is taken for strike 1. Big spot for Alyssa. If she can get out with stranding Wombles at third, it would give Western 2-3-4 up still, only trailing by 2 runs. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike here in the bottom of the 5th. Way out in front is Little for strike number 2.
Good off speed there. You know, that's one thing. It is hard to hit slow pitching, but it's hard to hit slow pitching when they throw changeups.
What do you think that changeup is about? High
High
low
30s.
40s?
High 30s, low 40s. Probably 41, 42 at the fastest.
39, 40. Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's hit on the ground to Brindley. Off her glove, and that's going to be an E5 that will score Wombles and give Pleasant Hill a 4-1 lead. Brings in Maddie Sidwell, the second baseman and 5-hole hitter for Pleasant Hill. One of Alyssa's harder pitches of the night for strike 1.
Yeah, and I think she can hit 50, 51 if she's really throwing.
I had to probably at least, I had to have been 49 if not 50.
Probably. She sits right in there.
Next pitch is up and away. They're going to throw behind, but back in time is Little.
Hey, let's go, Tim. Come on, Vic. Come on.
1 ball and 1 strike as Brooklyn's readjusting first base. She has a career in field maintenance if softball doesn't work out for her. I hear Ryan needs a helper when it rains.
Yeah.
Pitch is low to Sidwell. 2 ball, 1 strike count as I am being eaten alive by bugs.
I haven't even seen a bug down here. It's probably because I worked hard today and I stink.
Well, I've taken 10,264 steps, so at me next time. Fouled off for strike 2. You know, usually I take about 7,000 steps a day. I was at 8,000 steps by 10 a.m. Just all the walking with the fun day the kids had today.
Oh.
Camera wiggled on that foul ball a
Yeah,
little bit. It continues to shake.
2-2 pitch here to Sidwell in the dirt. Rachel keeps it in front. Little's going to get to second, and now a base hit should score her.
And we got a full count here on Sidwell.
Here's the full count pitch to Maddie Sidwell. Hit a Little at second. That's up and off the backstop. Little's going to advance to third, and Sidwell is going to probably be at second on the next pitch, I would assume.
If I'm coach, I say gunner.
Yeah, me too. You got 2 outs.
Throw her out. You got 2 outs.
We have to know, plan it ahead of time. Sophie, you got to be there to cover, and we're going to get her out a second. So many times you see that girl just trot down slowly on 2 out.
Yep.
Out off, and
Sidwell was not moving.
She was not, and I'm sure Coach Lowe is thinking that in his head. I mean, he obviously knows how good of a catcher Rachel is. Kate Hubbard's got a chance to really open this game for Pleasant Hill. She can hit one into the gap. Pleasant Hill should lead 6-1. Taken up, and again, Sidwell stays put. One pitch to Kate Hubbard is hit on the ground to Emma. Does a good job with the runner in front of her. She'll flick to first for the force out and retire the Pleasant Hill side. Pleasant Hill adds 1 run to their lead after Wombles comes around and scores on a leadoff walk. We head to the 6th inning. Western trails 3-1. They have White, Dixon, and Stolte come to the plate.
Central State Bank is a proud supporter of Western Wildcat Athletics. With locations in Kinderhook, Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Quincy, and Clayton, Central State Bank is central to your banking needs. Stop in or visit us online at csb123.com. Go Wildcats!
Top 6 here. I've done that a lot today, Tyler.
That's okay.
Owen's going to show bunt. She'll bunt it right back. This is going to be a tough play for Little. She's safe at first. I was hoping. I knew they could see me in the background of that. I'd throw my hands up. That's a good start here as that puts a runner on for Emma, who has put the ball in play twice. The first time was the single that was Western's only run, the RBI that drove in Rachel, and then she grounded out to Sidwell her second time up.
Right here, Emma, you got it, kid.
Here's the first pitch to Emma. She fouls it off. We've kind of talked about it this year that Western has struggled with some base running in some big situations. This is a big chance to make up for it. Brooklyn needs to think right field. Be short with the swing. Not try to loop it.
Don't do too much here.
And, of course, it's Emma up to bat. I was just talking objectively because Brooklyn's in the on-deck circle.
Right in the way, so
yes,
it's hard
right
to see anything.
Dixon, the difference maker.
Dixon, the difference maker. A 2-run shot from Emma would certainly make a difference.
Make it interesting, wouldn't it?
But I'd rather her just get on and then Brooklyn hits the 3-run home run. Taken
tied up
for ball 3. That was a
ball 2.
Pretty tough pitch.
Ball 2 or 3?
Ball 2. Right? Ball 2?
Ball 2.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
You said 3.
I had to confirm with the actual scorekeeper, Hattie, over there. I know she's paying attention.
2-ball, 1-strike count to Emma Dixon. Takes a good cut at that pitch.
I thought
comes up empty.
I thought they were running. I thought I heard Sean tell Lauren to go. Two pitch. Lauren's at first. She led off with a bunt single. She's had a couple of those this year. 2-2 pitch. Dixon hits it in the 5-6 hole. Western has first and second with nobody out, and their 4-hitter up to the plate. They are in business.
This is as good an opportunity as they've had since the first inning.
Tyler, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Can you smell what the cats are cooking?
There's something wrong with this guy.
This is why I'm glad you're back. Because usually he'd say Anthony. And then throw it at me, you know. And what do you even say to that?
Nothing. I don't know. Smells like pork chops.
Yeah.
You consumed yours.
I know, it was good.
Brooklyn takes strike one at the knees. If Western comes back and wins this game, I think that should be a slogan that's just flown at their dugout every game.
Yeah.
Can you smell what the cats are cooking?
Brooklyn hits that one in the air to center. Lila Higgins goes back. Now in a little bit. She's under it. Both Western runners are going to tag. Good throw. Hits Lauren in the back because why wouldn't it?
But she moves both runners around into scoring position.
What a great hit there. And it was deep.
That's
It
her
was
job.
plenty deep. That was
That's her job.
perfect.
Good hit out of Brooklyn. It's a sack fly for her.
That'll bring up
Give Sophie a
Renneker.
chance here.
Yeah, Renneker McQuay coming up.
Hey, let's go, so come on, baby. Kid, come on out, just like last time. Right here, Sophie, you got it.
Make them pay for it. Yeah.
She's going to. I'm confident in that. Sophie takes strike one at the knees. Sophie's going to single both of them in, and then they're going to throw home. Sophie's going to advance to second, then Brindley's going to single to tie the game. As Sophie grounds up the throw. This is a really tough play for Ada Little. Long throw across the diamond. Sophie's out by half a step. Lauren going to score on the play. Good hustle by Lauren, and Emma also moves up to third on the play. That'll get the job done, and there's still a runner on third with 2 outs. And Brindley's going to look to avenge that error in the bottom of the 5th. Brindley takes strike one.
Hey, let's go be like last time right here. Right here, kid, you got it.
Ada Little plays a good third base. Got a good arm on her.
She does.
Just a freshman.
Just a freshman. Wow. Here's the 0-1 pitch coming to Brindley. Takes it upstairs for ball one. How did we get here this inning? Lauren led off with a bunt single. Emma moved her over with another single. A sac fly from Brooklyn to advance the runners to second and third. Then Sophie grounded out, but Lauren scored. Brindley fouls that off. She's on it.
Good cut from Brindley there. If she gets another one like that, she's going to drive one.
I got a prediction. If she
Change
gets another one of those, the Damon's plumbing sign is going to be in trouble out in right center.
Hope you're right.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Brindley. Off speed. You were right. Good call out of you, analyst.
Being smart. SMRT. Smart.
You're a smart T. Is that with an E or a T?
EY.
EY.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Brindley. Take it on the inside. Wow. That's a tough one to take,
That's
but
a good take.
It's a full count.
Walk it or knock it, kid. Walk it or knock it, B. Let's go right here, Brindley.
Emma's at third base. She could put Western within one run. Brindley is the tying run at the plate. If she can reach, Allison Woods is on deck. First, the full count pitch. Ava stares into her soul. Off speed, it's in the dirt. Brindley is at first base. Okay, so now,
First walk of the day.
I pose you the question.
Yes.
If you're Brindley, do you try to get in a run down here and score Emma? Or do you, what do you do? Do you stay at first? Do you try to steal the bag? What would you do here?
As with Brindley on, well, I mean, if you're down one, I say, yeah, guarantee it to tie the game.
Allie hits
Down
that
two.
one in the air, but pops it right back to Wombles, who fields
Doesn't
her position well for out number 3. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. Western gets one back, but still trails Pleasant Hill 4 runs to 2.
Great Rivers Bank offers a totally free checking account without a monthly minimum balance and no service fees. Share the joy of free checking with friends and family, and when they open a new account, you both earn free gifts. You can refer your friends and family now at refergreatriversbank.com. Our current gift is an Everest Journey backpack. Great Rivers Bank will buy back unused checks and debit cards, up to $10 from previous accounts. For more information, visit our website at www.greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whether you need just one load of rock for your driveway or many more for your farm or business, Lumley Trucking is the answer for all your rock hauling needs. Give Mark at Lumley Trucking a call at 217-473-4006.
First pitch from Alyssa to Allie Neitzel was up and away for ball one and got to the backstop. Neitzel struck out and grounded out to short. She'll take ball two away, and I would really like it if Alyssa could go 1, 2, 3 here because I don't really want to see Ava Wombles bat again, if I'm being honest.
Well, that was Alyssa's 86th pitch. I don't think we've seen her throw 100 pitches in 2 years.
Take strike one.
She has got to be getting tired.
Well,
you might have to go get her a pork chop if we get to the bottom of the 7th inning.
I kind of want to see Ava Wombles hit again.
You do?
Yeah. That means that we are tied or winning and we get to play a 7th inning.
Or it could mean that one of these runners gets on.
No, that's not what I want to see.
That's a foul ball right at the concession stand.
I thought it was going to hit that guy on his back.
I want to see her batting in the 7th is what I want to see.
I'd like to see her not batting in because we score so many runs in the top of the 7th that Pleasant Hill says, you know what? We got to play QND tomorrow.
Oh, we just quit.
2-2 pitch, bounces into Rachel, counts full to Allie Neitzel, the DP and 7-hole hitter. She bats for Kaylee Toohill, the left fielder. On deck is Abby Henderson. Full count pitch. Into the knees.
Pitch.
Oh!
Looked real good. Let's see the instant replay.
You know what? I'm starting to come to the conclusion
that they don't like us.
Well, that too, but Alyssa just likes walking the leadoff batter, and for the 6th frame, she has walked the leadoff batter.
How many of those did it end up in a run?
2.
50%.
First and fourth, and
so 80% is alive.
First and fifth. That 5th one was
shouldn't have been. That was
that was an unearned run.
Yeah. Got a pinch runner here, number 17 for the Wolves.
That is Riley Ward.
Riley Ward coming in to run.
Of course, these two teams are going to meet here in a week and a half back in Barry for the regional semifinal game. Again at the knees, the umpire called that one before it was even in Rachel's glove.
Looked awful close to that last pitch.
Sure did. I'd rather had that last pitch and not had that one.
Yeah.
See if they put the pinch runner in motion at all. I would not be surprised if Ryan does just that, although in the back of his mind, he's got to have that he's going to get Ava Wombles to bat, barring a double play ball.
It's the same thing we say all the time when we have a base runner on.
Sure.
Like, great. It'd be awesome to have some on for Rachel when the lineup card turns over.
Low for ball 2. So here in the 6th, where do you think the leash is for Alyssa? Is this hers to finish now, or do you think we could potentially see a lower or Sophie?
I'd say it's hers.
I do too.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's fair.
In play.
Alyssa fields it, throws to Brooklyn at first. It will advance the runner to second. That ball
What a huge hit for her. I mean, because that's a hard hit ball back. The double plays in order.
And Henderson didn't think it was going to be fair. She walked out of the box and then realized.
Yeah, and Coach Lowe, you could hear him yelling, go, go.
Well, it was foul for a bit.
Yes, it was. Just
and
the
then
spin
the
on
spin brought it back in
and,
play.
you know, we've seen a bunch of those, or half a dozen probably this year.
This is a pinch hitter. This is not Lila Higgins. Do you see a number? I have
Abby Haas is who it is.
Haas?
Hawks.
Hawks.
Hawks. Cox.
Huh?
Abby Cox.
Cox, okay.
Yeah.
Number 12, Abby Cox.
Thanks, Anthony.
It's actually Abby Coy.
Oh,
C-O-Y.
Oh, no.
I'm over here trying to read lips. And
Say Coy?
Yeah, Abby played a little bit of travel ball for us, actually.
How did Afton not know that name?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Af helped coach that team. You'd have thought she'd have known him.
Coach is used very gingerly there, it appears.
Yeah.
She's not listening.
That's the best part.
1 ball, 1 strike count to Abby Coy. Then I turn around and almost said,
That's you, Tyler. Nope, that's Rachel.
Straight up for Rachel. Second out of the inning.
Gives Ava a chance, though, with a runner in scoring position. And go ahead and say against Ava, 2 runs feels a lot more attainable than 3.
Yep.
I mean, that's a runner and a dong. The 2 runner, down 3 is 2 runners and a home run. So Wombles takes ball 1, strike 1, strike. This is an all-time call for me, and you guys just can't do it. We were looking at our 4th member here tonight. I just swung by and grabbed him before I left. He'd appreciate my greatness. That's grounded to Sophie. She's got no problem. Throws. Brooklyn keeps her foot on the base.
Good
for
stretch
a
from
nice
Brooke.
play as the human vacuum. I think that's one sticking for me. Puts the out away and holds the pinch runner. I don't remember that pinch runner's name, but holds her at second base to an inning. We'll go to the last frame. Hopefully not, or if we're leading. Pleasant leads Western 4-2.
I'm Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner at Ridgeline Sales Group LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time homebuyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 217-222-7173 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
All right, back at you with the top of the 7th here. Cats have got to score 2.
Maybe if you stood up and gave him a little cheer like the Shepherd girls do during volleyball games, that could
get
help.
up there and shake your Wildcat.
Shake your Wildcat.
Get up on the top of the bleachers.
We've got our third baseman creeping in.
You know, that might work too because come back to that thought here. Just a
Third
second.
base is playing at about 40 feet. Alyssa shows bunt. That one's in the dirt. And just like we said in between, there was going to be no secret to the plan there. And with Ada Little playing where she's at, it's going to be hard to.
Yeah, I just don't think it would be an absolute.
You've got to
perfect
bunt
bunt.
down the first baseline.
You do.
If you're gonna
and
do
hope
it, you gotta
that
put it down
Wombles doesn't just get off and get it.
And Wombles is so fast. Here's a 1-0 pitch. And she'll bunt again.
No, she won't.
She'll foul it off.
As I was saying beforehand, though, Tyler,
yeah,
I think if you got up on the bleachers and shook your Wildcat, you might be in Ava's line of sight to where that could potentially distract her.
Okay, I see the method.
See where I'm
here.
coming from?
I see the method to the madness.
And we promise we won't turn the camera back on you while you're doing it. Alyssa bunts that foul.
Still trying to bunt. I bet she's swinging on this one. Down 1-2, 0-2.
1-2.
1-2.
One ball, 2 strike pitch. Ava's on deck. Ava Fessler, that is. Swings and misses for strike 3. And Wombles, count him 9th strikeout of the evening. And a big key to what she's done, she has walked 1 batter. 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. That is quite good. Got to get somebody on for Rachel. Here's Ava's opportunity.
This is
Ava fouls off the first pitch.
comes up ready to swing, ready to hit. Like it.
Rachel's swings are just so violent.
Right in front of us.
Yeah. I can feel the wind.
I wish she wasn't quite so close when she does that.
They're so violent.
It made me nervous.
I'm just glad she doesn't hit her back. Oh, there it was. Where she hits her back with it when she swings. Ava swings and misses at that pitch. She's behind 0-2.
Wombles crosses the 100 pitch mark.
One thing about it, though, Notre Dame's happy with how this game's turned out. 0-2 pitch is hit to Sidwell, who's under. I thought that had a little more carry to it, but that's the second out, and Rachel's going to have to start her own rally with 2 outs. Nice seeing Ava just at least put the ball in play.
Let's go, Rachel.
Rachel's fourth at bat. She's doubled, popped out to short, and grounded out to short. Stay away from short. She can reach out to bring in Lauren White.
Right here, Rachel. You got it.
First pitch and their first strike at the knees.
Pretty good pitch.
Let's go right here, Rach. Right here, Rachel. You got it, kid.
0-1 pitch to Rachel. Taken out for ball 1, and if there's somebody who's not going to expand her strike zone, it's Rachel.
Hey, let's go, Rach. Come on, babe.
Big pitch here. Who's going to gain the upper hand in the count? Wombles is ready. Her wind up and 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. Love to give Emma a chance to hit with the tying run on base, but that would require Rachel and Lauren to reach. Here's a 2-1 pitch. It's hit hard on the ground to Caitlin Bauman. She fields it. Long throw across the diamond to Kate Hubbard, who has the wrong foot on the base, but that doesn't matter.
You said stay away from short.
The same. Yep, as every time Rachel, well, which was the one time she didn't hit it to short, it was a double. But that's out number 3 here in the top of the 7th inning, and we trail by 2 on the scoreboard. So I'm smart, you're smart, Anthony's smart. That means we lost. 4-2.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Give Devin at Goalie and Heckler Insurance a call today at 217-335-2817. Let us stand between you and loss. Liberty Tax Service of Quincy, Hannibal, Pittsfield, and Macomb are proud supporters of TA Productions. Give them a call today at 217-224-2300 or stop by any of their locations.
All right, Western Falls to Pleasant Hill, 4-2. That one doesn't matter, though, as they're going to see each other again here in a week and a half.
Yeah,
that game will be played on
Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
The 21st.
Yep, Wednesday, May 21st, and what should be a fun contest. Let's get to some stats here really quick. Let's first start on the Western batting side of the thing. Western picks up 6 hits. They had 2 hits in the 1st, the 4th, and the 6th. But we're only able to muster across 2 runs as Wombles was very, very good tonight, and that's what we expected to see out of her. Real quick through Pleasant Hill, they scored 3 runs in the 1st. That was because of 2 walks to start the game and then followed up by 2 singles. After that, Alyssa really settled in and only gave up 1 run throughout the rest of the game. That was an unearned run on an E5. Good performance all around out of Alyssa. She'll want to cut down on those walk numbers as she walked 7 and only struck out 1, but she did a good job of letting her defense make plays behind her. If you're ready, let's name a Barry Dental Care player of the game.
All right, let's do it.
Barry Dental Care is the answer to all your dental needs. From fillings to root canals or denture work, they have you taken care of. They also offer orthodontic work. Give them a call today at 217-335-2397 to schedule your appointment.
All right, Reese, what are you thinking?
Well, just for the sake of not saying the same thing every game, we're going to give our Barry Dental Care player of the game in tonight's performance to the victorious team. We're going to give that to Ava Wombles, the soon-to-be St. Louis University Billiken. Really, it's for her performance in the mound. She struck out 9 girls, only walked 1. That was in the 6th inning. She did a good job of just staying out of trouble all night long. In the batter's box for herself, of course, she walked and scored in the 1st inning, and then also walked and scored in the 5th. Didn't do a ton at the plate, but still scored twice. Her speed on the base pass just absolutely kills.
She's a threat at all times.
Yeah, she's probably one of the top 2-3 softball players in the area. It showed tonight as She prevails. Pleasant Hill to a 4-2 victory over Western, who finished the busy, hectic 5-game week 2-3.
Yeah, very busy week. Next week, Reese, you got any idea what we've got?
It is Monday in Whitehall, Thursday at home against West Hancock, and Friday, which I will not be able to join you, at home against Pittsfield.
Yeah, should be a fun little week. We will. Thanks for joining us here on Tap. We'll see you next week.